And to the old members that have found their way back to the community, I need you just as much as you need me. We've got a very important live here this evening. It is maybe not just from a price perspective, but XRP, as we know, is in this weekly bearish engulfing candle. We've had a breakdown below not just the rising channel, but also the cup and handle formation. And unless we could have broke back over, these are bearish tendencies. Now, this doesn't mean we break all the way down, but we'll go over a real in-depth analysis of where the likelihood is we're going to go from here. But a couple key things we need to talk about as we're going through this live. We're going to have to do a few things of reading. First, we're going to talk about how XRP, the lawsuit, 280 million XRP moved as the Ripple CFO files declaration under penalty. So Ripple right now is moving to seal documents from what's going on right now. So we'll dig deeper into that. This is XRP price forecast as Ripple pushes to seal documents in Ripple versus SEC. Run up to 75 cents incoming. So I wanted to read through that as well. And then another thing that's going on right now that's more like in the headlines right now is Binance makes an announcement on XRP. They're basically discontinuing some futures trading. So Binance Futures, the futures trading arm of leading crypto exchange Binance, has announced a major update regarding XRP. So Binance Futures announces that starting from May 28, 2024 at 6 a.m. UTC, it will discontinue support for XRP as a margin asset in the multi-asset mode. This decision also affects True USD TUSD stablecoin. So pay attention to that when it comes to Binance. So there's obviously got to be some kind of liquidity concerns going on there. So that's interesting that they would cut ties to the futures trading on Binance. So that's something that I've been reading through and it's starting to develop. We know with the XRP price action right now, this is firm what we're set in right now. And we're in this little ascending formation below the rising channel right now. And if we do break this down, it suggests that our technical target would be 38.5 cents. And I think that's a pretty firm area, because if we were to break down, you would come down to the all-time formation. And right now, since all-time highs, if you're new, back in January of 2018, we had all-time highs where I circled there with the arrow on the top left, right over here. That hit between 330 and 350 depending on exchange. Took 27 months before we hit the floor and hit a support just over 10 cents. That is held firm, and we've been in this consolidation in totality for 80 months now. And right now, if we were to come back down to a support area, this uptrending support's held intact since we hit the uptrend from hitting all-time highs. So this has been intact for some time, and this suggests somewhere around 39.2 cents, so somewhere between 38 and 39 cents is where you would anticipate a bounce here if we were to drop down, or at least a retest of support. We've already come up and hit resistance up here on this downtrending resistance. So now if we're just playing it true, you could in fact come down here. And one of the reasons why it's looking more probable, especially in this weekly, we have this weekly engulfing candle to the downside. And if we don't reverse this in a short time here, as we've got 5 days and 2 hours, that's the timeline. If it doesn't reverse this and bring itself back up over 51.4 cents roughly, that's a very bearish signal. And for the first time, you're going to close outside of this in a weekly. Right now, it's just wicks, but this is very dangerous. We're outside of a cup and handle formation. And right now, it's pretty dangerous if we do come down here. You don't really want to come down here if you expect this pattern to continue moving up. But as we've discussed, it looks like a bear flag is taking shape here. And unless this holds it here, you know, it could be a rather substantial drop. Now, when everybody seems to get a little down here with maybe where to go with trades and whatnot, I'm still very firm on that XRP Bitcoin pairing. I've been piling into it every single day here for the last about 10 to 14 days. I'm up to about $1,550. My average is right around 818 right now. So now I'm back underwater just a little bit. But I'm not concerned. Right now, the only concern I have is it's going to cost me 1.12% to continue to buy more than it did yesterday, as I got to buy it around 7.98 yesterday, which was fantastic. So I'm building into this until the eventual rally happens. And if anybody's new, the reason why I'm continuing to do this, we had one rally with it initially where I bought in at 808. I showed everybody at 816 on the live when it was at 816. And then we wrote it up here and I told everybody at 902 was where I was going to sell because that was the technical target, which I've taken off now. But you can still see the 904 downtrending resistance that ended up forming. And I sold at 896. Said I'd buy back when I felt comfortable on the consolidation. And now, the reason I decided to buy back is on the weekly sense. We're trying to push bullish for the first time when it comes to the relative strength index. For the first time in a very long time. Right now, we've initially pushed in, but now we're back testing this breakout. To me, it looks like a bull flag has formed here. And yeah, I think you can even see it in the weekly. Looks like a little bull flag here. So I'm looking for this to either do something like this and then bounce out, or it just rides through here and bounces out straight away. So I'm building into it. This has been a 57 week, I believe, or 37 weeks it took to finally have some kind of hope. So that's why I'm looking at that. Not saying it's going to happen overnight, but I have no problem continuing to pile into this until it's ready to roll back to the top side. And it's been a struggle. It's been a struggle for the XRP in comparison to Bitcoin. So it's something very interesting to watch and actually pay attention to see just exactly what's going on in relation to XRP when it comes to Bitcoin. So that's something I'm watching very closely. We'll take a little look at Bitcoin as well. And then we'll just see how it reflow. I definitely want to talk about B2 Gold, as it was up to $2.80. And after hours, it says $2.75 or down 1 cent. That's not accurate. I don't know why it shows $2.75, but that's where it started the day. But as far as I know, it was at $2.80. At least that's where it closed, and that's what it shows on my portfolio. So good day there. We'll see what happens here in after hours, why it's exactly showing that. Gold was up about 23 bucks on the day as well. So yeah, a lot to talk about, a lot of reading to talk about as well. A lot of reading to talk about when it comes to XRP, but please make sure to hit that like button so YouTube recommends this live. It's been a struggle here as of late. YouTube is suppressing a lot of the content when it comes to crypto, and I think it's a unified effort because they're trying to keep people out of crypto, as we found out again today. And if you watch Gregory Mannarino, the government basically came out and said that they have the right to force us to buy things in US dollars in the USA. So it's a pretty interesting paradigm we live in when we're supposedly the land of the brave, or home of the, or land of the brave, or home of the free. Yeah, you can't even say it anymore, because are we really the land of the free and home of the brave anymore? Or are we just a bunch of suckers? But I won't continue to go into that because I don't want to get banned. But it's a pretty interesting paradigm we live in right now. So make sure to hit that like button so YouTube recommends this live. And you know what? I'll give you about 30 seconds to hit that like button, as we do struggle. Only 59 people in here so far, so I really do need your help in hitting that like button. And as I do, I'll play the intro. Good evening, 6:36 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on this Tuesday, May 14th, 2024. I'm XRP Future Millionaire, and I reside in the great state of Michigan. So welcome in everybody who continues to stay committed. As you will see, the lower the prices get, the less of a back and forth we have, but the easier it is when you have a little less of an audience. It's easier for me to go back and forth. So very quickly, Humza, Mark Caston, welcome in, and thank you both for being in Tom's Army for 2 months with the Dusty's Outhouse Crypto News. JW, welcome in, and thanks for being in Tom's Army for over 1 year with the I Told You So badge. Rockin' XRP Painter, thanks for being in Tom's Army for over 6 months with the XRP Predictor. Finally solidified my business. Excellent, Rockin' XRP Painter. That's what I like to hear. That's what I know. It's been a journey. Mario Louise Willamese, welcome in, and thanks for continuing to show support. Nick Morales, Chance William, good evening. Mosey here, welcome in, along with Jeffrey. Thank you both for being in Tom's Army for over 6 months with the XRP Predictor. Yes, Jeffrey, I am happy about my son too. He's doing great, actually. Some of you don't know, some of you do. He spent 4 nights in the hospital last week. He got sick and wasn't eating from a virus, and he ended up getting dehydrated. So after 4 days, he was as good as new. And he's been in school the last 2 days. He started school, so it's nice. It's been a nice change. Let's see. Louville, welcome in, and thanks for being in Tom's Army for over 1 year with the I Told You So badge. Jeffrey, Ian, John Hall, welcome in. Wales, Josie Wales, thanks for continuing in Tom's Army for 3 months now with the XP Meteor Plus. Tanya, welcome in, love, and thanks for being in Tom's Army for over 1 year with the XRP, or the I Told You So badge. We'll look at H-Bar as well this evening. Danielle, welcome in. John Buglethorpe says, Tom, glad Tommy is on the uptrend idea. Could you do an altcoin update at every live for 10 minutes or so? I own AMP, XRP8, Gala, Solo, and DGB. I generally will bounce around. How much I cover of altcoins pretty much bends on the back and forth I receive as well. So, but yeah, I'll bounce around a little bit once I get done with everything I want to. Alan, welcome in. So thank you, everybody. Thank you, everybody who continues to show support. And if you do appreciate what I do, consider joining Tom's Army or simply sending one YouTube super chat per month as a way to say thank you. So XRP right now is sitting down 1.08%, right at that 50-cent threshold. If we break down just a little bit lower here, we're going to break this ascending formation. And if we do that, we have a technical drop that gets us somewhere around 39 cents. Somewhere around 39 cents. That's right around the 492 level. And if we line this up, it's going to line up right around that 39. It's literally right at the cusp, 386 to 395 area. So that's what we're looking at. Now, it does look like it could be a bear flag, but it also looks like, if you look at it like this, that this could be in disguise and you could get a bullish push here. But we won't know anything until the structure either breaches or we push back up and start pushing this mid-tier resistance where this rising channel is. That's the rising channel resistance, as we're in a multi-year rising channel, which are bearish reversals if they can't break out. And that should bring us down around that 38.6 cent level. So, and that's just what it looks like if we were to break down. Now, that doesn't mean the all-time pattern has gone away. That doesn't mean that you should get upset and XRP is a pile of shit. This just means that right now you're getting 2 for $1. And I'm very close to be starting to reaccumulate on top of what I have right now. We're very close. If we get that drop down to 38.5 cents, I'm going to be starting to buy more again. Anything under 40 cents is fair game for me. I'll buy more. So there might come a day when you start to see me, like you see me buying the XRP Bitcoin pairing, where I'm continuing to add on over what I've already bought with XRP. And if it goes sub 40, that's when I restart to acquire even more than I have. And I'll continue to until a breakout were to happen. But we'll talk about that if we do get there. One of the big causes of concern right now that XRP is starting to maybe break down a little bit if we don't get a little help here, which we're going to need to, is the fact we're outside of this cup and handle formation. You don't want to be below the handle, period. But like I said, until the big breakout happens, would you rather buy it at 50 cents or would you rather buy it at 40 or 30 or whatever? I know for me personally, if I'm going to be adding on to what I already own, I want it sub 40 cents. Right now, I believe XRP Bitcoin pairing is giving us an opportunity, and it has been giving us an opportunity because it looks like Bitcoin at some point is going to drop a lot harder than XRP is. But that doesn't mean that this just breaks out of here. I'm actually looking for more depreciation if it happens, and I'll just keep buying it. So if it falls 10%, I can buy 10% more on that given day until the breakout finally happens. So, yeah, I know, right, Steven? A lot of people like it, but just the thought of it going back down there can be a little bit painful, right? But it doesn't, either way, I don't get shaken up with XRP. I know what's transpiring. Like, let's get into some information. We've got 74 people here, which is fantastic. So let's get into some information. The key information here on this live right now is the fact that 280 million XRP moved as Ripple CFO files declaration under penalty. So let's read through this. On-chain data shows a staggering 280 million XRP was moved as Ripple versus SEC lawsuit took a new turn. Ripple CFO declares support to seal key documents related to judgment and remedies motion. XRP price jumps. So in a riveting turn of events, the Ripple XRP versus the US SEC lawsuit has embarked upon a new turn today. Following the May 13th filing of omnibus letter motions to seal key details regarding remedies-related documents, Ripple CFO Chief Financial Officer Jonathan Billich has filed a declaration in support of Ripple's motion to seal the documents, as spotlighted by renowned lawyer James K. Phelan. Amid Ripple's appeal to Judge Torres to seal certain documents linked to the SEC's motion for judgment and remedies, a whopping 280 million XRP tokens were noted to have been moved via Ripple and a SEX. Here's a briefing on the developments that unfolded with the filing of omnibus letter motions and Ripple's CFO further weighing in on the motion. So has anybody heard about this? XRP Ricky Ripple, welcome in, and thanks for being in Tom's Army for over 3 months with the XRP Meteor. Did anybody else hear about this? And if you are just tuning in, please make sure to hit that like button so that YouTube will recommend this live, so that when someone's scrolling through their feed, they can get this information ASAP. It's very important. According to the insights streamlined by the blockchain tracker Whale Alert, 279.97 million XRP was recently moved by unknown addresses to and from Bitstamp and Ripple collectively. Jorge, just seeing it right now. Good, because I just seen it not too long ago when I started to put all this together. And it's pretty interesting, the stuff that's come out today, that we can start to, put a little bit of facts together here. A renowned XRP rail, RZN, continued shifting coins to Bitstamp with 29.97 million XRP offloaded in its most recent transfer. On the other hand, the remaining transaction additionally captivated noteworthy attention, illustrating an unknown wallet's transfer of XRP from Ripple to an unknown address. The first transfer illustrated that 150 million XRP was moved via Ripple to address 7xZ63SKXV3, whereas this address further shifted 100 million XRP to another unknown address, R2SE32HK. And this is the transaction details. So as we can see, this was one, and then second transaction. So you had 100 million and 150 million, but 50 million were left over after. So pretty interesting what's going on there. Meanwhile, Ripple CFO stated in his declaration, concerning Ripple's highly confidential information, I submit this declaration to support the redactions Ripple proposes. These 3 categories: certain financial figures in or derived from Ripple's non-public audited financial statements, highly sensitive and confidential financial terms of Ripple's contracts with third parties, and highly sensitive and confidential information from Ripple's internal financial reports regarding business strategies. So here's the official declaration. So this is interesting, and I think anybody who's tuning in right now is definitely getting a lot of knowledge here, and I'm glad to see. Man, Tom, where you been, family? Thank you. Well, I was gone for 4 days on the lives last week. My son was hospitalized last Tuesday. Got admitted to the hospital. He wasn't eating after a viral infection, and we took him to the emergency room. It was about 6 days, and he was dehydrated, and they had to keep him on fluids and IVs for 4 days, but everything was fine. All of his main organs, everything as far as sugar and all the good stuff, lungs, kidneys, everything was good. So yeah, that's where I was last week as far as the lives. I couldn't do them as I was in the hospital for almost 5 whole days with him. So now we're good. He's back. He started school on Monday. as he's developmentally delayed. And he's been doing great the last 2 days in school. He actually didn't want to come home today. He started crying when he had to leave school. You know, go figure. So it's been actually pleasant experience with him. He's getting the help he needs, and it's a pretty cool thing. Now Friday we go to the pediatrician because, you know, you have to follow up after being let out of the hospital roughly 5 days after they want you to be seen. So they like to do a weight and just make sure everything's maintaining, there's no fluid loss. It's actually, you know, it's good for him in this case. So anyhow, I appreciate your concern for my son as well, Mike. Thank you. So, and if you think XRP, I want to know, is that if you're watching and you're still into XRP and you still believe in XRP, hit that like button. There's 30 of you watching that haven't hit that like button. I'd like to know how many of you actually believe in XRP still. So, declaration of Jonathan Billage. So, Jonathan Billage hereby declare under penalty of perjury pursuant to 28 U.S.C. 1746 as follows. 1. I am the Chief Financial Officer of Ripple Labs, Inc., Ripple or the company, and have held this position since January of 2024. Man, what a long-standing time. I submit this declaration in support of Ripple's letter motion to seal the motion, certain exhibits and other documents filed in connection with the SEC's motion for judgment and remedies material. The facts stated herein are true to the best of my knowledge. So that's what's going on with that. It's pretty interesting. It's pretty interesting what's going on there. Now, subsequently, the XRP token intriguingly traded in the green. As of writing, XRP's price noted an uptick of 3.2% in the past 24 hours and is currently trading. It's not at 50.7 now. It's giving it back. It's right around 50 cents at press time. Trading volume saw a notable rise of 44.2%, reaching 859.07. The only other thing I wanted to read, so the price of the upswing, blah, blah, blah. So with an open interest increase of 3.37% to 571.21 million, followed by a derivatives volume upsurge of 42.05% to 794.09 million. The token curated optimistic waves with heightened trading activity and rising investor interest. Nonetheless, the token has witnessed quite a turbulent price action ever since the American blockchain payments company embarked upon a legal tussle with the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, with both parties having time until May 20th to file letter briefs in opposition to the omnibus letter motions. Crypto market enthusiasts continue to eye XRP for further price developments, we'll just say. So, now we need to read this. Is there anybody watching right now that's on Binance and futures trades XRP? Out of curiosity. And then we'll get back into the charts and we still have more reading, yada, yada, yada. But is there anybody who's going to be affected by if the futures contracts are not trading anymore on XRP with Binance? Oftentimes I see this as a liquidity issue when they have to start cutting down futures contracts. But we'll see. So Binance makes XRP announcement. Does anybody hear this? Has anybody heard this? Sean still believes. Awesome to see that. Awesome to see that. I see a few others who still believe as well. I like to see the ones who believe because I believe more today than I ever have. Make XRP great again. Definitely believes. Jeffrey believes. XRP Ricky Ripple. Got some XRP Bitcoin pairing today. Excellent. I'm going to get more tonight as well. I usually do it sometime around the early AM hours, 12 to 2 a.m., somewhere around there. Sometimes a little earlier, just depends. Alan XRP, the great sleeper. I agree. Rocket XRP Painter says he believes in XRP. I'm telling you guys, we're going to be adding more soon if we can. America, don't move. XRP Asia will. Yes, indeed, Tanya, that is true. Kryptonian, welcome in, and thanks for being in Tom's Army for over 3 months with the XRP Meteor, and he believes as well. JW says, I'm picking up what you're putting down no matter what. Yes, indeed. Laurel believes in XRP. I play around on BitTrue with XRP futures. Fantastic, ma'am. If I do it on BitUnix. One of the big reasons is because BitTrue, when I tried to do it, they were one of them that wouldn't allow new USA users, unfortunately. The fact there is so much FUD tells me XRP is it. Absolutely. Absolutely. The more FUD, the better as well. And we're going to find a big group of people here. Believe it or not, some of the ones will leave now that XRP is not pumping. You're going to find a real select group here that's going to build very quickly, and we're going to grow together as we always do. And then in 6 months, 8 months, or whatever it takes, you're going to get a whole new group of people that said, how could we have missed this? Don't be that group. There's always a new group. Be the group that stays on the ball. So Binance makes XRP announcement. Here's what it is. And if you're on Binance and you don't want to trade the futures, or you can't anymore with XRP, look in the video description below and our pinned comments for BitUnix. They welcome all users from USA to abroad. It doesn't matter. No VPN required. Lowest spot and leverage trading fees I found in the USA. And you don't even need to do a KYC unless you deposit or withdraw to another bank account. Exchange to exchange, you can stay anonymous as much as you want. And I appreciate that. So for Binance, anybody on Binance, Binance Futures announces that starting from May 28, 2024, which is 2 weeks from today, at 6 a.m. UTC, it will discontinue support for XRP as a margin asset in the multi-asset mode. This decision also affects True USD stablecoin. As a result of this decision, the transfer in limit from XRP and TUSD in the multi-assets mode has been updated to 0. After May 28th, Binance says any remaining XRP and TUSD balances in USD margin futures wallets will be automatically converted to USDT at specified ratios within approximately 24 hours. In light of this, Binance urges users not to add any new futures positions during this conversion period on May 28th for XRP to USDT to avoid any potential losses. Binance says it will not be liable for any losses for new positions during this period that may occur due to the conversion of funds. In a major move, so, fuck, I forgot about this. I didn't put this in my title. Shoot. So a little bit of good move though. Ripple EVM sidechain lands major collaboration in a major move. Evmos, Ripple and Persis have teamed up to develop and improve the XRP Ledger EVM sidechain. Evmos, a modular and customizable tech stack that comes with a host of features and modules centered around the EVM implementation for Cosmos SDK, will be leveraged to further develop and enhance the XRP Ledger EVM sidechain, which is currently in DevNet. In a remarkable addition, EVM OS Outpost will enhance the interoperability of XRPL EVM sidechain. Pretty cool, right? Honestly, this is something you're not really hearing as it's being buried. The move brings XRPL to the interchain, which connects it vast community of users, DFs, and liquidity to a network of over 90 interconnected. My wife's obsession, she passed away 3 months ago, and oh man, Juan, I am so sorry to hear that. I'm so sorry to hear about your wife's passing. We pray for her very safe and pleasant crossing over, and now that she's with our Lord and Savior, just a peaceful resolution. In the name of Jesus, amen. Like, I feel for you, my friend, and I'm glad you're here, being able to talk to us. And let's continue to honor your wife's passion, as we will continue to stay very dedicated to XRP from an even deeper standpoint now, as we can carry her memory with us, and we can finish what she started. How about that? We'll finish what your wife started. You're welcome, Juan. And I'm serious, man. I hope you found comfort in the Lord showing you a way for a little bit of peace and understanding, and just, you know, that is the toughest thing you could ever read, aside from losing your own child. But we're gonna let her live on through this community. Real talk. Oh, I'm glad you appreciated that, Juan. And what a loving audience we have here. I love seeing everybody. I love everybody showing that kind of respect. We're just gonna, just a moment of silence here for the next, until the 30-minute and 40-second mark, I'm just gonna do a 1-minute moment of silence. Amen. So just to finish this real quick, the move brings XRP out to the interchain, which connects its vast community of users, dApps, and liquidity to a network of over 90 interconnected chains. You're welcome, Ron. You have all my respect. So, and then after, we'll read through this at the very end about a possibility. Bye, Michaela. Good luck in regionals. You're welcome. Bye, Scarlett. See you Thursday. Good, good, good. Juan. All right, the girls are just leaving. So, all right, so with XRP, right now, our main area of concern, the main thing we're concerned about here for XRP is the fact that we have this weekly engulfing candle. That's never a good thing. And there is still a lot of room to run to the top side here if we are in fact pushing over to the, let's just say, heading into more of a bearish momentum now that we pushed over the midway point. That's never a good thing. So right now there is the opportunity here for XRP, let's just face it, to have a rather large correction if it happens. So let's just say we lose this, we'll call it 49 cent area, 488. I mean, that gives the opportunity of a 21% correction if it does come down into that area. So we'll just call it for about a 20% correction if this played true to the downside. Now, the one thing that is still making me a little uneasy here, when yes, we could say that it's below main areas, the one thing that still is uneasy for me until this breaks down, I've seen this so many times, until this breaks down, it's just history always tends to repeat itself, not always the same, but in slightly different ways. So yes, it looks like a bear flag's formed, but what else does it look like? It possibly came down so far that when it pulled up, it could have formed this mid-tier bull flag within a much larger bear flag, which even if it's bearish means it just comes up to get rejected and then it could come down. Or it comes up and then comes down, you know. So if that's the case and this is a sneaky bull flag, which to me, until this breaks down, it looks like it, and I can't help it that it looks like it. And I know for a fact here, and I know I left everybody on eggshells today, but if we could come down, and I know it's crazy sometimes, the world we live in, but if this could come down, and I'm not laughing because I'm suggesting the price needs to come down, but if this could come down to like 49 cents, that's a beautiful long leg doji. It overextended earlier, it was beautiful, and then it pushed up a little too high. I was telling it to stop at 50.9 cents because now what it did is it looks like a kind of a gravestone doji. So, you know, Marie, awesome, always awesome. Love this group, always support. Yes, I love this group too, so much. So much. And it's, I know I'm never going to have the biggest audience, but I never thought I'd be with it. Well, right now we're only 5 subscribers away from 21,500 as we're eking our way back up to that milestone, which I'm surprised. I never thought we could get, well, I thought we could get here, but I didn't think we could get here, if that makes sense. I made a bold statement. I said 1 year after my first video, I'd have 10,000 subscribers. I kid you not, I missed it by 1. I had 9,999 after my first calendar year. So that was a pretty good, you know, and then it got slow in crypto. Nobody wanted to watch crypto for a couple years. They all said it sucked. But everybody, you know, when it sucks is when you want to watch. But we want XRP down to about right here before the close. Come on. We're bugging for 49.4 cents. Sounds crazy, but we need a hit at 494 and a push back up right before the close. So ideally, it goes down to 494, shoots right back up to 50.6 cents, and we call it a day here on the close. That's what I want. What is likely to happen ooh, yeah, the rising wedge. Yeah, you absolutely could build it into a rising wedge now. 100%. I'm just trying to keep it into micromanaging these patterns. But yeah, you're absolutely correct about the rising wedge. Now, one cause for concern here as well. Look at the relative strength index. You got a huge bullish Gartley W reversal, it looks like. If that bounces out, this could get a double top here, which could give us that little downward we're looking for. Julie, he's still shaking that again. Yeah. Here. Everything good when you dropped them off? Okay. The saddest time when the girls go back to their dads. That's something I've had to deal with for almost 11 years now. Let's see. But yeah, that, I don't know. It looks more bearish than bullish. It is green. I mean, I suppose if we could get a nice close near 51, it would have more of an engulfing, but it's a very indecisive candle. But the daily, it's showing signs of exhaustion. We're showing signs of exhaustion. That's for sure. I still don't understand what's going on with B2 Gold. It says it closed at 280, which is what it shows on my app, where I bought it on Cash App. It says it's down 1 cent in pre-market, but that should put it at $2.79. I'm not sure what's going on here with this discrepancy. But it had a nice, beautiful candle here again. And at $2.80, this is a beautiful engulfing candle that's going to start tomorrow, at least initially. Man, everything's looking so nice in the precious metal market, and nobody's really talking about it. God, it makes me sick. It makes me sick to my stomach to know how easy it is right now in commodities. Remember when I bought back at $2.52? And I said this is going to be the easiest money I've ever made. Because earnings, I knew they were going to beat earnings. You could see the pattern reversing. So I told the entire audience, I bought $7,249 worth, which comes out to, I don't even know how many shares. Let's see the details. But there's a reason why I like B2 Gold. It's 2,865 shares at $2.52. It's up right now at $2.80. On my $7,249, as you guys all watch me do it, it's up $774.57. I always say I make my living doing stuff like this, and it's not just crypto. I find opportunity, and right now, the opportunity as well is B2 Gold. Okay, it's dividends. I knew it was going to come down a little. It's at 5.82% right now. 5.82%. You tell me somewhere else that you can put money in there and you're getting returns. And right now it's been about 10.8% in the last about week since we've held back onto the position. It hasn't been that long. Right before earnings. Remember, it was last Friday, not this past Friday, the Friday before when we bought it back, or that Thursday, in anticipation for earnings. So it's been about 2 weeks now. So I'm just trying to show you tricks to where you can make some money. Tanya May, thank you so much for the $10 donation. Wow. I didn't think I'd get any YouTube super chats today. Whoa. Thank you. You caught me off guard, Tanya. And somebody else who caught me off guard was Cape Cod Kyle. He's not from Cape Cod, Florida. He's from Cape Cod, Massachusetts, as I found out by sounding like a jackass one time when I said Florida for some reason. So, you know. But for Tanya, here's some H-bar. Down 1.45% to 10.6 cents. H-bar still with the... Thank you, Kyle. And thank you for being in the Army. I know it doesn't show up, but I know you are. In the ascending formation, I still think, unless this breaks down, you know, the breakdown target's 7 cents. We get that. But if this holds, you could very well push back into this area. It's just very dicey in crypto right now. Unfortunately, a lot of crypto has tried to push down. It's just, some of it's giving mixed signals. Right now, we're still holding the 200-day. We've still maintained this ascending formation. So even if bearish and we're not meant to break down, you could still come up here and hit resistance again. So there's a lot to take in here because it's a much wider pattern as well. But we're trying to keep it within. We had a breakout. Now it's the consolidation. And we have back tested the breakout. That's the interesting thing about this. So I'll be interested to see how it plays out in the next few weeks or so. In the shorter time, just pay attention to this uptrend. If it loses this uptrend on this formation, it's got no choice but to come down to the local support, which is going to be around 7 cents. It'll probably come retap this area again, right around 6.6, but that's just a technical drop right there. So we'll see. We'll see if it's got some testicular fortitude here, or if it's lost all steam as the volume has just crashed ever since a lot of not misinformation, but it was being misrepresented how big of a part they were in tokenizing BlackRock's assets. So it yeah, kind of blew up in everybody's face, and it came down about 50%, if not more. XRP Bitcoin pairing. Actually, XRP, we've covered XRP as good as we can for now. Obviously, we'll look at it again before we leave. I appreciate the 95 likes and 98 people watching. Now, see, even in the times of struggle, we still do rather well here in our back and forth. As I always say, we only need 20 or 30 people to have a good active discussion. But being at triple digits and higher, you know, you end up being able to have a lot of different perspectives, and the more perspectives and the more eyes, the more assets we can see. It's that simple. It's just that simple. Bam, bam, see, I disagree with everybody who says technical analysis doesn't matter. Don't you want to know where it's going? Don't you want to know where the proper buy zones are and where you should stay away? Technical analysis always has its way. It's always got a reason, but I respect your what you're saying. It's just I disagree wholeheartedly that TA has no place during this time. It absolutely has a place. That's how you're going to know whether or not that it's a fake out or actual reality here coming forward. The charts absolutely tell a story. Yeah, that's Hamza. Yes, they do. So Bitcoin real quick. Bitcoin's at 61,594, down 2.13%. Or down 1,340 points to 61,592. Bitcoin had a back test on the broadening wedge that it broke out of, and it hit support. Now, if you're asking me, this is dangerous, and I don't mean in a bad way. This is dangerous in a good way. Look how it came down, created a beautiful V-shaped recovery, and now it's got a nice... What if it does this and bounces off it? You've got it built in a beautiful V-shaped recovery to bounce up. So basically you'd be like, consolidate, and then that's how it would finish if it bounces out. This is actually a very beautiful setup here, as it's still within the channel, or in the pennant flag. So basically, this is a bull flag if it would have been set up like this. So boom, boom. But we speculated that we should add this, and that it was in a pennant flag, and then it came down and did this and actually validated what we were saying. So in a pennant flag, it's coming up and it's before a breakout. So if that's the case, this pattern has not broken down. It just had to validate itself as we speculated it would if this scenario played out. It would have to hold itself on the broadening wedge support that used to be resistance. And that's exactly what it's done. The other scenario is the technical drop would be down here to 51,257. Right now, though, it looks pretty nice in this area. And does anybody else see that, or am I freaking crazy? I would love to know if I'm crazy. Because I see something that might not meet the eye here. And unless that gets invalidated, I mean, there's a real possibility here of some kind of weird V-shaped recovery here and some inverse head and shoulder action here. And it looks like some kind of weird pennant flag. I know it does. To me, it does. Like support, resistance, support, resistance, support. Now it's bouncing around, support. Now what if it comes back? I mean, something weird's going on here. It hasn't necessarily broken down. Hey, Juan's Way, thank you so much for the $10 donation. Your first YouTube super chat. Wow. Holy smokes. 2 in one day from 2 different people. I am blessed, honored, and privileged, and honored, and humbled. Thank you so much. I was not expecting that. And to be your first YouTube super chat, I must be doing something right in this live. I'd like to believe it's the passion, but I'd also like to believe it's the information that we get to go through together. So that's what I'm seeing with Bitcoin. It's kind of like the Forex markets the night before NFP. I can't disagree with that. Vincent, what's going on, my friend? And thank you for being in Tom's Army for 2 months with the Dusty's Outhouse Crypto News emoji badge. I haven't seen anybody in the last few days with the emoji badge of me being abducted by aliens. That's month 1 members of Tom's Army. So that's a shame to see, but maybe I'll hook, line, and sinker somebody in the next few days so that I can say he's got the emoji badge of me being abducted by aliens. I kid you not, with my face superimposed on there, someone's going to have to sign up for the first month, you know, for us to see. Tanya, I am crazy. Yes, I figured that was probably the case. XRP Bitcoin pairing is up 1.25%. We're sitting at, it's a nice face. Yes, it is. I agree. Is up 1.25%. And look at this beautiful consolidation. Beautiful. Stunning. If we could just hold it. If we could hold this consolidation, and this is actually a big W reversal, stunning, electric, magnificent, beautiful, it would just be fantastic. Smoke them if you got them. This one's for you. Hamza, not only in Tom's Army for his 2nd month with the Dusty's Outhouse Crypto News, but he sends a $5 donation. We're exploding in donations this evening. 3 donations is like the same as I've gotten in the, I don't even know how long, but we're exploding in donations this evening. That's all I'm going to say. And it's getting cold. I'm going to put my jacket on. You know, the tree is getting awfully close to me. By the end of the summer, this tree's going to be, you know, basically picking my brain. Maybe somebody understood what I was saying there. But at least I laughed at my own joke. Or my own pun, I guess you could say. So, with the XRP Bitcoin pairing now, doesn't directly have anything to do with anything related to the price, as in, you know, the fact that it doesn't move the price, but it does tell the story. So basically, this will tell you in relation to Bitcoin if XRP's price is going to appreciate. And that doesn't mean that the price goes up, as we found out when we wrote it from the 808 sat level to the 896 just about a month and a half ago. XRP's price actually depreciated by the end of it, but Bitcoin had dropped a little bit more. So it was a rather interesting thing that we got to watch. So right now I'm watching this as it's in the breakout. It's back testing the breakout. And the technical target is 993. If it can do this properly, it's formed a second layer of resistance. So now we would have to get over this area right here that it's created, right around the 872 level. And then your next big move is 993. And that's what I'm trying to buy into. And right now I'm at about the 818 sat level is my average. So I'm a little underwater. Not much, and honestly, I don't care. I actually wanted it to be cheaper because yesterday I was able to buy it at 798, which was beautiful. That was the cheapest I was able to buy. So right here, it's about a 21% move. Now, that's from here now. Nobody says it can't come down here before it has an even bigger move. But I'm banking on the fact that I'm going to buy it all the way down. And yeah, maybe it comes way down. Maybe it gives up. Maybe it shows us something. But if it does show anything even more extreme, it's actually not a bad thing. Look at the weekly time frame. At some point, this is going to give way in a weekly sense. And right now, it's giving back some of this. So it's close. Now, this is about a 70, 80, what is this? 78 percentile here for probably an inverted hammer candle back to back. Those are very bullish, and it's disguising a bearish candle here, even though it's not so bearish. Something big's happening here and end time here. So I'm going to pay my due respect and due diligence here to this chart. And we're going to figure this out one way or the other. And I like to accumulate. The worst thing that can happen to me is when the price starts appreciating, because then when I have to sell, I don't like it. I like to continue to build. Right now, this is my baby. JW, thank you so much for the $5 donation. Wow, 4 donations in one day by 4 different people. That's incredible. That's incredible. 4 different people have sent their hard-earned money by form of a YouTube super chat. That's pretty insane. in a good way. Thank you all so much for that. That means a lot to me. Honestly, it does. It really does. Let's see. So we've got that. What else do we need to look at? Oh yeah, somebody asked me about Gala. So Gala's down 3.88%. I'm still looking to finally make my first purchase here again on Gala for Gamescom that's coming up here. And it's like, so I believe it's sometime in June. Like I said, I know Gamescom, it happens every year. And every year when it happens, Gala pops. But I'm trying to find the exact spot I want to buy into this. I missed lower because I'm an idiot. And not just an idiot, but I just wasn't paying close enough attention. And I missed it earlier when I was accumulating other things. It just slipped my mind. And it had a beautiful opportunity. So now we got to watch where the most opportune moment is. And all I keep watching for is this. It's created a pretty easy to see uptrend. So I've been telling myself either I'm going to buy it at 169 or if it holds around this uptrend. And that's at 3 cents. Will it hold? Nobody knows. Will it come down there? Nobody knows. But just like with XRP, we have a weekly engulfing candle to the downside. But these can be fake outs to start, but this has a long ways to go to the top. See the differential between where it's at compared to the XRP Bitcoin pairing? That's much more in the oversold. This is, right now, it could make a stand here as that's in the neutral zone. And this is where if you're still bullish, you'd expect it to bounce off of here and then go bullish again in some relative short-term fashion. But those are the areas I'm looking for Gala. And then below 169, if that were to roll over, you're looking at the 005, and that would be a dream. That would be a dream. That would be a dream beyond a dream. I don't even know how many I would buy, but that would be a dream. But yeah, that's what we're watching for with Gala. AMP, you said you had. AMP was another one that I haven't bought back yet. I've been also watching this one. I had a beautiful run on this one from 00498, and so did the community as I did it on a live. And 2 days later, we were up 350% approximately. It was a fantastic day. Fantastic. Made me a couple $1,000 in 3 days. I was so happy. Oh, I was so happy. And I turned that money into B2 Gold, which made me, you know, over time, over a couple thousand more. So just so happy. Right now, this is coming down to the uptrending support. And this would be your first area that I've talked about. And that's at 662. Will it hold? I don't know. I don't know. And you've got this pattern formed here as well. I would say, if I was being real, this is what I would look at it. So yeah, I mean, there is an opportunity if it could hold that uptrend right there. And this could be the start of something much bigger. It really could. It's just if it breaks this, we're coming down to like 004 again, unfortunately, is most likely the outcome. 667, which we're basically right on it. Man, this puts a this is in a weird spot. 4 hourly is massively oversold. Holy hell. 3 hours heading into oversold. It's going to be much more in 38 minutes. 2 hourly in 38 minutes is going to be more oversold as well. 1 hourly flipped into oversold. 45 into oversold. 30 oversold. 15 into oversold. 5 minutes severely oversold. 1 minute massively oversold. Holy moly. If I didn't know any better, AMP's going to have some kind of short-term reversal. Actually, this probably is not the worst case scenario here. This is not a bad spot here to take a shot. Just be cautious at 662. That's actually not a bad spot to take a shot here if it holds. This is interesting. Huh. I wasn't expecting to see it in exactly this spot right now. For anybody who's still here as we're winding down, we got less than 5 minutes. What does everybody see here with AMP? Are you seeing something potentially lining up here? Short-term trade? Maybe a bounce off of this pattern formation and a ride back to the top, possibly? I'd love to know what everybody thinks. I would love to know, honestly. So that's AMP. Let's see. I love having you here, Hums, and I'm glad you love it here. XLM's down 2.15% to 10.173 cents. XLM's fallen below its pattern formation. That is a problem. Much like XRP, that is a problem. It's much well defined, or it's well defined here. Man, that is a nightmare. This could bring it all. We're just gonna shorten it just so it's gonna technically bring it down here, and that's a much larger formation. So if you're watching XLM, get ready if you're looking to buy, because if it broke down like that, that's gonna be a massive buying opportunity. It's gonna be massively oversold. It's almost why I want these to break down, because these will be massively oversold. I'm massively oversold here if they break down. I want it to break down. For the record, I want this to come down here. I want it to come down. This would make it massively oversold. 15%, massively oversold if that happens. Same thing with XRP. We'd get some kind of bounce back. Casper, before I leave, it down 2.04%. Everybody knows I'm also waiting for Casper. You guys know where I've been waiting for. I just don't know if we're going to get there. That's a massive descending channel. That's a massive descending channel. And these are bullish reversals when it finally is ready. Man, this is building up. Again, some of these are starting to build up to very bullish propositions. Yeah, a dream would be 007 may never get there. It may just come down to 2.5 and hold. I'd be looking for the 2.5 cent area if you're looking at a good spot to buy 2.5 cents to see if that bounces and holds. If that holds, there's going to be a mighty bounce back here as well. It's just if these break these formations, there's going to be a mighty drop as well. So it's hard. These are really, 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 really hard to dictate what's going to happen. I'm just telling you, XRP is very close to where I'm going to start to accumulate even more than I have. Anything under 40 cents, fair game. Fair game, and just like I do with the XRP Bitcoin pairing, just like you guys watched me do last year when I accumulated all my stuff before being able to sell for several 100% this year, aside from XRP and some other, and then the buildup of XRP healthcare, which very quickly, we're still within a much larger consolidation. So, like I've said, don't be so interested in buying up in the middle. Be interested in buying support. Now that you missed out down here, you don't want to buy here. You want to buy here, if anything. Or if it breaks down, obviously. But you never buy the resistance. You're going to buy support. If it breaks support, you're going to get a much better deal. And for anybody who's new, I started buying at 1.9 cents all the way up. My average was about 2.7. And I haven't been able to buy anymore for a while. I have 55,000 plus tokens. Staking it, I get 20%. Just FYI, if you stake it on their wallet, the XRP Healthcare wallet, there is a 10% unstocking fee if you do it before your signed contract is up. So just be aware of that, and that's standard operating procedure. So if you're staking something, honor the contract and you don't have an issue. No. Damn, it's not. No, it's not technically the. No, the difference between the XRP Bitcoin pairing and buying just flat out XRP is the fact, well, first of all, you have to buy Bitcoin and then trade it into the XRP Bitcoin pairing. But what you're betting on is the price is going to appreciate against Bitcoin. Even if XRP's price is going down, you're betting on the fact that XRP is going to have more appreciation going forward than Bitcoin. So XRP could be sitting at 0.005, but if Bitcoin falls more, or XRP could be at 25 cents, but if Bitcoin has a more dramatic drop, the pricing is going to be, the XRP Bitcoin pairing is going to show a differential. Why do you think, just out of curiosity, why do you think it's at 0.0000812? You know, It's a bit different than it was. But now if XRP was at $1.50, the XRP Bitcoin pairing would be different. A lot of people choose to not buy spot trades for XRP or Bitcoin or XRP if they like it, and they choose to trade it through the pairing. So I mean, in a way you're not wrong. In a way you're not wrong. It's just you can still make money if the price of XRP is going down, as to where traditionally holding XRP, if the price is going down, there's 0% chance you can make money. Unless you're shorting it, if you know what I mean. Yes, I'm buying with Bitcoin. So basically, I buy Bitcoin, and then I buy the XRP Bitcoin pairing with Bitcoin. Yes, sir. So I got to go, everybody. It's been a beautiful hour. Thank you, everybody. Please make sure to hit that like button before you walk out. If you would like to subscribe and watch again tomorrow and join this beautiful family, as I'm 5 away from 21,500 subscribers, I greatly appreciate that. And other than that, all the information you need, whether if you want to join Tom's Army, trade cryptocurrency on BitUnix and or MXC with the XRP Bitcoin pairing, or send a YouTube super chat, that's all in the video description below and or pinned comments. Have a blessed evening, everybody. Thank you all for spending the last